throughout my schooling life, I suffered with an acute, deadly, and incurable disease. And this was no joke. I think my entire schooling experience was ruined because of it. I could have achieved a lot more had I not been inflicted with this curse. And if the title does not give it away, let me tell you what it was. It was being short. In this world of ours, being short is one of the worst things that can happen to you. People act like it's something you actively chose to be. You can be a straight up psychopath murderer, and people will have more sympathy towards you than if you are just caught being short. And let me tell you what, it shows its worst colors while you are in your schooling age. Your friends, your peers, your teachers, hell, even your parents. Everybody's gonna blame you for being short. It's like an actual blame game they're doing. I don't know why it is the way it is, but that's just how life works. People are gonna call you names, you're gonna be made fun of, you're gonna have no self respect, people are not gonna respect you, and it's just a real shitty experience just being short, and especially as a child. And I'm no 6'5" NBA player right now. I'm 5'6" and a half, and that half is important. All right, I need to mention that half an inch every time I mention my height because it's carrying a lot of weight on his shoulder. So basically, you can call me 5'7". You know what? It's not a bad height. Some scientists would agree that it's even the ideal height for a man. So putting sarcasm aside, I mentioned my comical height just now. Like even as an adult, I'm basically mini-sized treat for everyone. So you can imagine what it would be like being me in school. Like I'm short now, but back when I was in school, and I'm not just talking about like early years of school or up to middle school or even high school. No, 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 no. First to 12th grade, entire time I was like a subatomic particle roaming through the corridors of the school. You couldn't find me with a microscope if you wanted to. I was so short for at least 10 years of my schooling life that I'm sure many people just did not even catch a glimpse of me. Just they were so tall and towering above me that they would not even register my existence. I was so short that half of the time people would just start giggling by looking at me. And that's an actual occurrence that had happened. Being me was so miserable that anytime I went to any of my friend's house, the first thing their parents and everyone would ask me is, "Oh, why are you so short? Bitch, what the fuck do you think? What? Hello? How would I know that? If it was in my hands, I would be 6 feet in fucking like second grade if I wanted to. It's not under my control. What the fuck kind of question is that?" And naturally I was really sensitive about that topic. Probably still am today. I'm still suffering some mental damage and trauma because of that. And this especially hurt me during my schooling years because in my entire class I would be the shortest motherfucker roaming around, and each and every one of my peers would be they'd be like growing full beards and towering above me even in like fifth grade. I don't know what the fuck kind of hormones they were injecting in their body. And oh boy, did it not help with girls. Let me tell you what, I only liked one girl from my fourth grade to 12th grade. I only had one crush for my entire schooling life, and throughout the entirety of it she was always taller than me. And the only time I grew taller than her was after 12th grade. So that basically makes no sense now, does it? And I was a complete nerd in school, man. I used to talk about video games and fucking, I don't know, comic books and superheroes and shit like that. Meanwhile, everybody just wanted to talk about sports and shit. So I could not gel with anyone over there. I was really good at studies. So, I mean, people would talk to me about that, I guess. But other than that, it wasn't cool being me in school at all. I still had friends at school. I was part of a friend circle, sort of, but none of them really bonded with me, and I was just like the clown of the group. I wasn't a real true friend with whom they would share their inner talks with. So I was just the comic relief. So I had to really juggle. I won't do that. I had to really juggle between these two feelings of not being able to fit anywhere and physically being able to fit damn near anywhere. I could slip through the fucking hole of somebody's nipple if I really wanted to. I was that short. I was so short you couldn't find me using an electron microscope. My resolution was that of about the Planck's length. And so that's just the kind of lore I wanted to give you before moving into the story. So this happened when I was about in, I don't know, 7th or 8th grade, which makes it even more shameful. How our school worked is that before our regular lectures we would have an extra lecture called life skills, and it's just a bullshit name. There were no life skills being taught, but life was gonna teach me a real hard lesson that day in that lecture. Let me tell you what. So this random ass bullshit ass lecture was not connected to our academics at all, but what it was basically just random fun facts, I guess. So someday it'd be general knowledge, or other day it'd be environmental science or some shit. So it was just basically there to waste your time, I guess. And that lecture is something which I look forward to every day because I get to have a nice peaceful time relaxing in the back of the class and not really paying attention and just doing my own thing. But no, this particular day this rather pleasant lecture for me was going to turn into a nightmare that would leave its stamp on my brain, even like I don't know how many years after that, but even when I'm this fully grown adult. So I was just chilling at the back of the class. I don't really remember who I was sitting with. It was just probably some random motherfucker from the class. I did not have a ride or die which I used to sit with every day because I did not have a good friend or a best friend type of shit. So just about anyone who was free, I would just sit with them. And so the teach was, telling us something about astronauts or some shit. I don't really remember. But what he was basically saying is that to be an astronaut, you have to be like 6'5" or something, like a humongous stature you need to become an astronaut. And when he said that, I sort of felt bad, and to cope with it, I did a self-deprecating humor sort of thing where I was just like, meh, never gonna happen, And I didn't even say something, I just kind of emoted like, eh. And oh boy, do I regret doing that. I rue the time where I thought of doing that little Fortnite emote, because never in a million years did I think that it was gonna carry some heavy negative repercussions. So what happened was the fucking teach, he got a glimpse of me doing that, and I don't know what the fuck was wrong with that teach on that particular day. He woke up on the fucking completely wrong side of the bed. I don't know what the fuck was going on through his mind, but he had a mission coming to school that day, and it was to fuck my butthole right then and there in front of everybody. And he was on some sort of different demon timing that day, dude. He was moving like a fucking king one disciple. He just wanted to pick out the biggest loser amongst us and just throw eggshells at him. I bet you there wasn't a single cell in his body that had even the slightest of motivation to have this class, be taught something that day or teach everyone some interesting fact. No, 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 no. The only thing that was on his mind that day was murder. He was seeing red. So what this guy does is, this is really inexplicable behavior. He sees me doing that and he just goes, hey, 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 what's that nonsense going on over there in that corner? And I'm really confused. I'm like, hey, you're talking to me? Hello? I did not do anything. What the fuck is up? And he just says, yeah, you. Please get up for me, sir. And I'm like, oh, brother. All right, so I get up. I'm like, yeah, what up, teach? And he's like, oh yeah, why did you hit that little emote you just did right there? And I'm just like, what kind of fucking dumbass question is that? Can't you see me? Do you have eyes, Mr. Teach? I'm barely longer than the duster you're grabbing onto right now. So I just kind of, that awkward smile you give your teacher sometimes when you're, I guess, caught red-handed or some shit, or you don't know what to answer. I just go, like that. And oh boy, he did not like it at all. Let me tell you what. So he just goes, yeah, come to the front of the class for me. And I'm like, oh man, he's gonna do some shit now. So I fucking waddle on to the center of the class. I look like a depressed penguin walking from my fucking corner S bench to the middle of this class. So I go there, right? And even now, nothing could have prepared me, nothing in the world could have prepared me for what was about to strike me. So he just goes, oh yeah, you think you're short, right? It must feel bad. First of all, motherfucker, what do you mean I think I'm short? I know I'm short, I am short. So just get on with your bullshit point so I can go back to my seat and do whatever the fuck I'm doing, right? And this guy, man, he was catching bodies left and right that day. He literally in front of me, he did one of these, like took a scan of the entire class. And oh man, I feel so sorry for this guy. The next shortest motherfucker he saw, he made him get up and stand next to me as well. So this was just collateral damage. This guy got caught in the fucking crossfire. I was the main target, but the bullet, sort of like sniper elite 4 pierced my head and landed in his testicle or some shit. So here we are, two losers standing in the middle of the class, two short losers at that. So he just goes, don't put yourself down for being short. You're gonna grow taller when you grow older. Okay, fine. You could have just said that when I was standing there back there minding my own business. Why did you call me here, motherfucker? What's going on? Do you want me to recite a poem or some shit? Do you want me to apologize to the entire world for being short? What the fuck's going on? And then he goes, well, I have a life hack for you to make you grow taller. And I'm like, I was damn near impressed. I'm like, oh, sweet. So then he goes, I have a neat little exercise stretching sort of routine that you can follow every day, and it will surely give you some good results. I'm like, all right. In my head, I feel like this guy was just gonna start doing one of these like jumping jacks and shit and show us what the fuck is up, and then send us back to our benches or some shit. But nah, dude. This was worse than I could have ever anticipated. This guy just says, yeah, raise your hands. What me? Nah, hell nah, I'm not doing that in front of the entire class. And this guy was not letting it go, man. He told us like, raise your hands, and I'm like, And I literally said it like, "It's okay, sir. It's fine. Like, please just let me go back." He's like, "Oh no, 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 buddy boy, you're not going. I'm holding onto your penis unless you do as I say." And this guy was adamant on us performing this fucking ritual, this satanic ritual he wanted us to do. And so I just go, "Yeah, okay, whatever. Is this fine? Is this it? Can I go back now, please?" And this guy was not letting it go, man. He was adamant on me having the most perfect posture anybody can ever have. So he just says, "No, no, 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 do one of these, have your biceps meet your ears." And I'm just like, "Oh, man, just please, just let me go. End this torture for me." It was embarrassing, like 10 years ago at this point. It's already done. I know, I get it, what you mean. I'll do one of these every time I'm at home. Just let it go, man. He's like, "Nah, nah, 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 do it properly." So then I do it, right? So then he goes, "Now interlock your fingers and stretch your arms up in the air as high as you can go." And now at this point, man, he's already stolen my left testicle. I have nothing to show for as a man. So I might as well offer him my red testicle as well, right? So I'm just doing as he says, man. And I could feel my ears burning up, man. I was so embarrassed. The shame that I was carrying, it was turning the sides of my head into a damn near supernova. I damn near went into nuclear fusion mode. And that wasn't enough. He says, "Now, yeah, stand on your tippy toes, if you will, kind sir." So I did that. And that wasn't enough for him. He's like, "Oh, no, 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 no. That's wrong. Your shoes are, inhibiting your fucking tippy toe factor. Do one thing. Remove your shoes and do it properly." And so at this point, he's already tarred and feathered me, turned me into human chicken. So I'm like, okay, the nightmare's finally over. I've done the pose. He's gonna let me go. No. This motherfucker was looking for blood. I don't know. He was just practically expecting me to have a heart attack at that point, because this embarrassing ritual wasn't enough for him. Now he goes, "You know what? This is all good and fine, but you have to maintain this for 30 seconds." What? So so at that point, even I start laughing, like, "Yeah, good one, Teach. You got me real good there. 30 seconds, yeah, sure." And he's like, "No, no, no, this is not a joke. Stand like that for 30 seconds at least. You know what? Scratch that. We're shifting that bitch to 2 minutes." 2 minutes of me standing, just doing one of these in front of the entire class like I'm a fucking Greek statue? What? Hello? And as if that was not enough, this guy, just one of the jocks sitting in the front bench, he's just like, "Oh yeah, handsome sir, please get up. Can you look into a $500 watch and tell me what time it is?" And this guy's just giving him a layup at this point. He's like, "Oh no sir, don't worry. I have a timer function in my watch. I can time him to the attosecond. Don't worry, I got this." So there we are. Both of us losers. We're just doing one of these in front of the entire class. That guy has started a timer for us of 2 minutes, mind you. And the teacher just carries on with his lecture as if nothing has happened. And let me tell you, man, the entire ensemble, the entire cast of this show, they were just staring into my soul, and I could not look not one of them motherfuckers in the eye, or not even anywhere near a human being. I was just staring straight out the classroom window into the nature, thinking, praying to God that a rogue meteorite strike just lands on me, crash lands into our school and takes every one of us out. And so the longest 2 minutes of my entire life, they somehow go away, and I survive this torturous method that he was doing to, I guess, just shame me in front of everyone. So that guy goes, "Yeah, the 2 minutes are up." So I let my hands go, and I'm getting ready to have the walk of shame back to my bench, and just then, dude, he put the final nail in the coffin. He's like, "Oh no, 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 you're not going anywhere, buddy boy. We're doing 3 sets of this motherfucker right here." And man, I don't know what to tell you, man. I just felt my heart sink into my diaphragm. I feel it pushing up against it. And so I was caught in this perpetual time loop, like Dormammu, I've come to bargain type shit, where this guy was just making us do these handstands for the duration of 2 minutes, again and again, in front of the huzz. And the embarrassment I felt while doing that. If there is a machine that could be fueled up using a human embarrassment, I could have turned that bitch into the fucking sun. I was straight up radiating nuclear energy at that point. And to back it up, I could see motherfuckers, just doing one of these, like giggling and having a laugh at the back of the class. Even the front benchers, everybody was having a good old laugh. I'm surprised this guy did not bring tomatoes into the classroom so people could, start throwing them at me like I was a fucking circus clown. This particular teacher, man, he just had it for me that day. I don't know what had happened to him. Maybe he was going through a rough divorce or some shit. but he just wanted me dead. Man, I was so angry. I could have ripped his nuts right off of his body using my mouth, like I was an alpaca guarding its territory. And it went on for such an excruciatingly long amount of time. I'm surprised he did not just, rip our clothes right off and gave us a surprise that, oh, you're a new model for today. Everybody, get your easels out and start painting them or some shit. That would have been a better day for me if that was the case. Had I just been naked in front of everyone instead of whatever the fuck he made us do. I'm surprised, man, that that guy did not just, pull our pants down and started pointing and laughing at our small wieners. This was one of the most embarrassing and painful, downright painful, hurting experience of my life, dude. I've had painful experiences, but this one took my ass and ate it too. There were no crumbs left. It was so painful for me, man. I just wanted some sort of a natural calamity to hit the entire school and take every one of us out. I was praying to God to just, send down like righteous lightning and just smite me out or some shit. Or like a plane crashing down on us, or even a flood, just rain down lava or on me or some shit. But just take me out of this miserable existence that I'm living through right now. And after everything that I went through, this motherfucker has the audacity to look me in the eyes, stare me right into my fucking soul. And he just goes, see, that wasn't so bad, was it? Do this every day from now, and you'll be taller as well. Don't worry, my child. Ah! And man, I swear to God, I could have just given him a fucking Titanic Goldberg spear right there and just taken him out. I was so angry at him. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with him. I was never, mischievous in his class. I had never harassed anyone or some shit. But he just singled me out that day and bam, 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 just took headshots right in my fucking cranium. And man, I just think that experience had some sort of a physiological, after effect on me, where it scarred my pituitary gland, or it just, dried it out like a fucking raisin. And so it refused to, launch any growth hormone into my body because I was short as fuck. I did not hit not even like a quarter of a growth spurt when I was in my school. So yeah, that was the horror story I lived through, just for being short. And I know many of you are short as well. So come on in. This is a safe space. Tell me your goofy stories that you experienced just by the virtue of you being of a shorter stature. And if you're going through the same thing, maybe you're in school and you're very short, or even as an adult, just don't worry about it, man. Just drown that shit in your heart, lock it in a jar and store it in your heart's cabinet somewhere. But don't make the mistake of letting the world know that it bothers you or some shit, because they're gonna pull some goofy shit like this on you and make you even more embarrassed for just being short. And that's that, man, I guess. Yeah, see you.